Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's doing good. In today's video, we're going to be going over my week 10 Supreme Arena defenses. So yeah, I know I'm a little bit late releasing this, but I wanted to test out map 2 because we got a new gimmick on it, and I wanted to, be sure of my strategy before I tell you guys what to run and all that kind of stuff. So let's hop in here to Supreme Arena and check out these defenses, and I think you guys might like them. So anyway, the first team that we are going to be running is a Bonnie team. She's just a really good all-around hero to be using for PvP. So I usually always have some kind of Bonnie team in my Supreme Arena defenses. But this week we're going to be going with Bonnie, Kalin, Niru, Igor, and Freyesto. So we'll be able to get the aging debuff stacks that we need from Freyesto, Niru, or the confining spell, and that will unlock the Bonnie's dot damage and allow it to spread and do its thing. Plus Igor can prolong the fight and allow the dot damage to do a lot more of the heavy lifting, all that good stuff. So that's going to be team 1, pretty basic. I run a lot of teams like this usually, but anyway, team 2 is where I wanted to be a little bit more detailed and talk about how to deal with this gimmick that we have. So anyway, it says when a battle starts, the 2 frontmost heroes and their associated units fight as vanguards, while the remaining units are put on standby, and after 20 seconds or once all vanguards are defeated, these standby units then enter the battlefield. So your 2 frontmost heroes are going to start the fight, all the rest of your heroes are going to stand on the sidelines, and then once 20 seconds is up or they die, the rest of your team will come in, and they'll come in with a buff. They'll have a shield equal to 60% of their max HP, and they'll also gain 100 energy per second for 10 seconds. So it's a pretty good buff, and when they get out there, they can get to an ultimate pretty quickly. So the goal that the idea that I had was I could run Damien because his cart dies super quick, and then Taylene because she also dies really quick, but they technically both don't die, because Taylene's going to revive, Damien's going to put a new card out there, plus he can attack from the back line here, and the game does consider them dead, so it brings my units that are on standby out onto the battlefield, which then allows them to gain energy way quicker than the enemy team, because their team's still going to be on the sidelines, and that then your team's got their energy build up, and they might do an ultimate, like Shamira's going to do an ultimate, and then her ultimate's going to be out there on the battlefield attacking everything as the enemy team comes in, and it's just a lot of damage for them to deal with. So let me show you guys an example fight of this so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll be right back. All right, so here's my team. It has Tassie, Shamira, Lily May, Taylene, and Damien, and like I said, they are going to be the frontmost heroes, so they are going to get killed pretty quickly by the enemy team, and then it's going to allow the rest of my team to come out. So let's go ahead and hit replay. You guys can see this in action, and if you don't have a Taylene, you could just put another squishy hero in there and still accomplish the same thing. I just like Taylene because she comes back to life, which gives the enemy team another target to go after and maybe can save some of your lives. So if you see here, my team's out on the battlefield while their team's still over there chilling, and it's gonna get all, like, my Shamira's getting close to an ultimate, Tassie's gonna get hers built up too. It's gonna be really good for us. So Lily May does some damage, she blocks an ultimate, the Freyesto's getting pretty low. Here comes a Shamira active. That's going to be a lot for them to deal with, and then as soon as these guys come out on the battlefield, they're going to have to deal with this Shamira ultimate that's already going on. They're going to have to deal with Lily May blocking an ultimate that they're trying to do, also her doing a Rainstorm Ballet. Cryonaya goes down right there. Lily killed her with blocking her ultimate plus Shamira's damage. It's just a really good strategy for this map, and I really like it a lot. I was happy with how it worked. So anyway, that's team 2. Let's go ahead and check out team 3. And team 3 is another team that I really like a lot. This is the new Mauler team that I've been messing around with, and it's got Seth, Shakir, Satrana, Thedor, and Siren. So what's going to happen here now, if you don't have Thedor, you could use Rowan in Thedor's place to get an early Siren active, but I really like this team with Thedor on it. So what'll happen here is Siren is Thedor's lieutenant, so he's going to feed Siren energy at the start. It's going to get him an early active or early ultimate, and once he does that ultimate, it's going to put Dark Moon onto the battlefield, which will then ignite the enemy team after it's been out there for only 1.5 seconds. So then we've got Citrana's dot damage on everybody, and also at that time Shakir's going to be casting his ultimate, which is going to then knock down most of the enemy team because they'll all be grouped up from Siren's Black Hole skill. And then that allows Seth to do Predator's Lunge to the weakest hero, kill them, reset the cooldown for Predator's Lunge, do it again, and just repeat the process over and over. So let me show you guys a fight with this team, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's our team. It's got, like I said, Citrana, Shakir, Seth, Thedor, and Siren, and then we're fighting against a Damon, Callan, Damien, Shamira, Tassie team. So this is a pretty strong team. It's got multiple win conditions and can be hard for a lot of different style teams to take and to beat this team. So let's go ahead and hit replay. You'll see how this works out for us. So Thedor is going to feed Siren, give him a bunch of energy. We'll get his ultimate out here, and then that's going to trigger all the dot damage from Citrana. Shakir does his ultimate, knocks them down. We get the Predator's Lunge cast on the enemy Shamira, kill her, resets the cooldown. Seth's doing it again, and then we're just left with needing to kill the Tassie and the Callan, and that won't be too much of an issue. The Tassie might take out my Siren, but if that happens, it's not an issue. The Tassie doesn't have many lives left or many revives left, so she's not going to be too much of a problem to deal with. Even though she got to an active, it's still not enough. So yeah, you guys have seen Tassie can sometimes solo full teams if she can get just one active off, but not this time. So yeah, that's the Mauler team, and that's team 3. And yeah, that's going to be my teams for week 10. So if you guys want to try these out, go ahead and give it a shot. One quick reminder on map 2, if you're trying to use a CC immunity artifact like Core Forge spell or Enlightening spell, you're going to have to understand that it's going to go to one of the frontmost heroes when the battle starts, because the units on the side, they won't be able to get it. It'll be assigned to a different hero that's on the front part of that's one of the frontmost. So keep your artifact choice. I probably wouldn't use an Enlightening spell or a Core Forge spell or something like that on map 2, unless you want your frontmost ally or your frontmost hero to have Core Forge spell or something. So anyway, that's going to be about it for today, guys. Remember, I have a loot bar link down below. I also have my Discord link down there. And if you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. I really like brownness, yeah. It's yummy. I play games with y'all.